Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a comparison of the Larimar technique by resincourses.com. I'm going to be using the Platinum Ultra Clear. On the left side I will be using alcohol inks, and then the right side I'm going to be using acrylic inks. I have been noticing that I just don't get a very good results in regards to using the alcohol ink. So I thought I'd do it side by side and use the exact same technique, same resin, same casting craft white, everything. The only difference is the ink, whether it's alcohol ink or acrylic ink. So join me in this little adventure. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and let's see what this is all about. So my first color I'm going to be putting on the right side is from Liquitex. It's a very light blue. I'm going to be putting 6 drops into the cup, and then I'll be following up with the Liquitex red maroon color, and that will also be 6 cups. 6 drops. I want to start with 6 drops just because I want to make sure that I don't need any other drops from that point on. I want to make sure it's equal across the board. And here I am, and just stirring the blue. You want to make sure it's stirred really well. That way you can make sure that the color is dispersed and you don't get any streaks in your resin pour. Now I'm going to be using the octopus inks. So on the very far left of the screen, I do apologize, it's a little bit cut off, but that is the Smurf color by Octopus Inks. I did use 6 drops, the same as I did with acrylic ink. And again, just want to stir really well. Make sure that you scrape the sides and the bottom to make sure that there isn't any ink residue, and that it's mixed very well. The next color I'm using is Sweet Cherry by Octopus. It was the closest color I can find to come to that Liquitex maroon. To be fair, for this experiment, I wanted to make sure that the colors were as close together as possible. For the white, I will be using Casting Craft, and I'll be pouring from the same cup on both sides so that there is no difference. The only difference will be the liquid acrylic ink and the liquid alcohol inks. That would be the difference. So here I'm just stirring up the casting craft. Because this recipe is copyrighted, in order to get the exact drops I'm using, you're going to want to go to the resincourses.com. Use that 10% discount code that I have in my description, and then you can learn the exact recipe. So I did did my drops off screen just to protect the recipe in itself. But in regards to this, you do want to make sure that it's not opaque, that it has some type of transparency. So you definitely don't want it too opaque, but then you don't want it like water where it's very transparency. So here I am just pouring a little bit of the white on each mold on the bottom. And then I'm going to be moving the mold around to make sure the white gets to every section of the mold. I like to make sure that everything is covered and that there are no missed spots. And again, these molds are from Julie at Pouring Your Heart Out. I will also put a link to her eBay store. They're fabulous. The bust molds I have been able to find Definitely money well spent. You will not be disappointed by these molds. So now I'm going to go ahead and start with the blue first. And I'm going to be pouring in the same order as each one on each side. So you want to find your middle and you want to pour really fast. And there goes the red. And voila, we are finished with that one. And now I'm going to be moving on to the alcohol ink side. I had a little bit of blue left, so I thought I would just pour a little bit in the middle. You will see that I will also do the same on the left side so that it is a fair comparison. And again, you want to find your middle, and you're going to pour super fast. Don't take too much, time of pouring. You want to just pour and dump. And again, there goes that blue to be fair on both sides so that they're equal. But as you can tell, the difference between the alcohol inks and the acrylic ink, on the right side, you can really still see the blue. And on the left side, it's like it's very transparent and it just sort of disappears. But that's really about all there is for this portion. I will be doing a time lapse. I did also add a center as well, and then we'll be back to the mold. And I do want to add, I just made that quick third coaster because I actually had extra resin in the cup and I really did not want to go to waste. So I was able to fit another mold on the level table and at least be able to pour a third one. So, and it's just acrylic ink that I used on that third one in the middle. There's no difference between any of them. Hello, I'm so excited to mold. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. This was just the extra resin I had. So not expecting too much from this one. It's in a different type of mold than I usually use. So again, I'm just not really sure how it turned out. But, oh wow. That is trippy. Oh my god. Do you see that? I'm not sure if you can see that. That's trippy. Oh my gosh. That's actually really cool. Oh. Interesting how in a different mold the lines are all different. You have to let me know what you think of this. This was just a testing one, and yeah, I'm not sure if you can see all those little lines, but holy cow, that looks really trippy. Okay, this one I'm gonna save for last one. This one I'm really excited about. This one, if you remember, had the alcohol ink. Okay, this is the acrylic ink, alcohol ink. So I tend to have better luck with my acrylic ink, but let's check this out. Okay, so let's first check out the back. It's very pretty the way it turned out. And, oh, wow. Did not turn out very well at all. I use the same amount of white as I usually do. So I'm not really sure what happened. Very interesting. Okay. I mean, look at this. How we get totally different results. So that's a bummer. Let's see how this one is. I'm hoping to have better results. I'm really liking the back of this one. Gosh, I'm really bummed about that one. It's a bummer. I hate wasting resin. It's so expensive. So the back is insanely beautiful. And wow. So look at this. You've got acrylic ink and alcohol ink. It's the acrylic ink is what works with this technique. That's what I used in this as well, was the leftover, was the acrylic ink. So, very interesting. The back is insanely beautiful. But wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, obviously, we know what the winner is, acrylic ink. I will have to keep playing around with the alcohol ink. Maybe with the alcohol ink, you can't have as much white. Maybe I have to use less of the white on acrylic ink. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching. This is definitely my winner, including this one. This one's very unique. And if you remember correctly, this one I poured the red first, then the blue. This was the blue first and the red. Two different turnouts, and yeah, it's very fascinating. Okay, well, let me know below in the comments what you think. Have you guys done it with the acrylic ink and gotten different results? Not acrylic ink, I'm sorry, alcohol ink. I mean, this was the octopus ink, so it's very interesting. But till next time, thank you for watching, and hope you guys have a great week. Bye bye.